Hey guys, it's Friday. This is Cat. It's Catalyst. I call her Cat. Because I named my bat. My bat is a girl that I named. Oh my god, I'm so weird. So freaking weird. Okay, yeah, so I have softball tryouts on Monday, and I'm pretty much freaking out about it because there are going to be cuts. He was just like all coaches are just like, due to the numbers this year, we're going to have to make cuts. And I really hate doing it, but we're going to have to make cuts. And so, yeah, the only people not immune to cuts are seniors. And oh my god, we're going to have to make cuts. But I'm really, really sorry about it, but I got to cut you guys. And I'm just like, fuck you. I know it has to happen, but, stress. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. Because there are way better things to talk about. Like, I had this one sub today. This is the main part of the vlog. But I had this one sub today. Her name was Mrs. Speck or something like that. She's 80-something. Well, she was born in... And she started teaching 19... That's literally what she did. So yeah, she was alive in the 20s. And, no, her parents met in the 20s. She was alive during the Great Depression and during World War II. So she decided to tell us a few of the stories. And it was really interesting listening to her. She was my English teacher, and we had nothing better to do. Well, she was the English sub, and we had nothing better to do. So we just listened to her talk for 20 minutes, maybe. So apparently her parents met at a speakeasy that used to be somewhere around this area. And there's still the tower standing where they would look for the lights of a police car, and then they tell everyone to run and stuff. And that made me laugh, because just knowing that, I knew that speakeasies existed and stuff, but just to know that they were around here, it's kind of, I never really made the connection. She also talked about the Great Depression, and how she was pretty well off because her parents owned a grocery store, and her grandmother worked, and her grandfather got a WP... One of those alphabet soup jobs where they get $1 a day, and they worked for maybe 2 weeks a month. And she talked about how one day she actually got bought a Shirley Temple dress, a $1 Shirley Temple dress, and she walked around town, and she was the coolest person in town because she had that really pretty dress. And all old people tell stories. She was like, that little cute purse and this dress, and I was the talk of the town. It was just amazing. And about how there was people that would line up at her door, and her grandmother would give them a cup of coffee and some soup and listen to the radio and stuff. And it was just really, really interesting. She claimed that she didn't have time to tell us a World War II story. So she didn't. I really hope I have her again. I'm hoping that I will have her a lot junior year. I think because she'll sub for Beery, who is my current English teacher, but I'll have her, and that would be creative writing. So, it's just really interesting. Then I talked to my mom about this. It's just really interesting to hear this history from the people that lived back then. They're still alive, but dying off because time does that to people. So yeah, it's really interesting, and I love it. I love history. History is my favorite subject. I can't tell you why. It's just really interesting to me. That's why I love resources, because there's the history behind it. And I also like Doctor Who because of the history part. Like, when they go back in time, that's always interesting. My mom might actually take us down to Florida over spring break instead of San Francisco, because my great-grandparents, they're like 90 or something. They're going to die soon. Like, flat out, I cannot say that in a nice way. They're 90-something. They're going to die soon. So if we want to hear more of the stories, then we have to go down there. My great-grandfather, it's funny, we have great-grandparents on one side, but we have one regular grandparent left. Like, cancer, it freaking sucks. Smoking and drinking, it freaking sucks. Took away 3 of my grandparents, well, 4, because there was a step-grandfather. So yeah, it freaking sucks. But we might go down there, and we've already listened to a few of the stories about, mainly I only remember the World War II ones, from my great-grandfather, who was a war veteran, like most people of that day were. And I just love the history, and I love hearing it firsthand. It's different hearing it from somebody that was actually there with their own unique memories that you'll never hear from anyone else, not even from a textbook or anything. And I just love it. I freaking love it. History is amazing, and the world is amazing. And listen to old people. I love old people, and I love listening to them, and it's the greatest thing on earth. Just gotta say I love it, and I wish I had grandparents to talk to about it. And great-grandparents that weren't so hard to listen to. So yeah, that's that. Appreciate history, appreciate what you got, and yeah, bye.